Hi folks, and welcome to today's video, safe leg training with a herniated disc. Now I make a lot of content for those folks out there suffering with low back pain issues such as sciatica nerve pain, lumbar stenosis, lumbar arthritis, herniated disc, bulging discs. If that is you, hit that subscribe button. You're going to get notified when I make some great new content, put it onto YouTube to get you back on the road to recovery. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. So folks, today I want to talk about safe leg training with a lumbar herniated disc. Now, for those who don't know me, I actually herniated my own lumbar disc, L5S1, bulging L405, back in 2005, about 18 or more than 18 years ago. I successfully rehabilitated it, and almost 18 years of being pain-free. I did something a little crazy to myself a little while back end of last year, earlier this year, and most likely have re-injured it again. So I myself am back on that recovery journey again, coming back from the sciatica nerve pain, numbness, tingling in my legs, etc., which is most definitely stemmed, 99.9% sure, from my own lumbar herniated disc or bulging disc, again, probably in the same kind of area. So today I want to go over some exercises you can do to keep yourself safe, okay? And how to avoid further injury when you're in those beginner acute stages of injury. So, number one of the things you want to avoid, you've got a lumbar herniated disc, you want to still train some sort of leg exercises. Avoid loading the spine with heavy weights. So classically, of course, we're talking deadlifts and squats, okay? And I've got a picture going to flash up there, of course, for you guys. That's me doing some squats and deadlifts there. You want to avoid those types of exercises when you're in the early days of recovery, okay? You want to avoid a lot of like bending, flexing, those kind of moves. But I do understand you want to try to keep some stimulation of your legs, okay? It's my rehabilitation opinion is you want a lot of gross motor strength as well as your core strength, because it all works in unison. The body only knows of motion, it doesn't know of individual muscles. So it's good to train the body as one whole unit, and that's going to carry over into daily activities, okay? So you want to avoid deep, heavy, spinal loaded movements such as squats and deadlifts. I would also avoid leg extensions. That's primarily if you do suffer from sciatica nerve pain. You tend to technically stretching the nerve when you kick your legs up in front of you. So that is an exercise I would tend to avoid. Likewise, face down lying leg curls for your hamstrings. Again, nerve is going to be stretched, and very often when people pull hard on the hamstring curl, they will extend their spines as the legs come up. Okay, we're trying to avoid unnecessary spinal loading, unnecessary sciatica nerve issues, okay? So what kind of things? Well, I'm going to show a couple of things that you guys can try at home for beginners coming back from a herniated lumbar disc. So one I always tend to encourage people to do is a step up, okay? In many course of our daily lives, we have to go up and down steps. It is good exercise for stabilizing ankles, hips, knees, and getting some blood flow back into that lower body, okay? So what I tell most people to start with is a small step, like here. This is very, very small here. I'll show you from the leg you can see. I'm getting quite close to the step, and I'm going to push all my weight onto this front leg, push all that front leg, hold for a second, stabilize, and come back down. Hi guys, pardon the interruption. We'll get back to the video in just a second, but I need your help because I make a lot of content for those folks out there suffering with low back pain issues. If you look at a lot of my videos, there's a lot of comments. People really appreciate the work that I'm doing, and I'm super, super happy that I'm helping these people. But you can help me more. If you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button, okay? You're gonna help the algorithm. You're gonna basically get this content out to more people. Yeah, as my content, as my channel grows, more people will get my great content. It's gonna help a lot of people suffering with their low back pain issues get back on the road to recovery. It's a small ask, because I do make a lot of work here. Of course, I do a lot of filming, producing, etc., editing, okay? It's a lot of my time to make this content. And I really appreciate that you guys like it. So make sure you like, subscribe, share, and enjoy the rest of the video. I'm going to push, hold, stabilize, and come back down. Now you might use that height of step, that's roughly 6 inches or so, for perhaps a month, 6 weeks, and then you can progress yourself to something higher. So this one's a little bit higher here. I'll just show you. So this is currently, I'm using one actually slightly higher than this at the moment. I've progressed that far. So again, same thing. My weight is close to the step. I push my hips over the point of pivot, I push up, hold for a second, and I come back down with control. I'm not dropping onto that leg, it's all about control. Push, hold, and down, okay? Now, again, not load bearing, not holding any weights presently. Another good exercise, again, if you don't have the strength of this, you will have to start with that kind of half position movement, is a split squat. And we basically split our feet, like so, both feet face forward, chest up, we bend both knees, back knee almost touches the ground, and we push back up. Just to show you from the side here, you can use a wall to the side of me for support, and we're bending both knees, down, down, and push back up. Now, of course, if it's too much of a struggle to all the way down, you can do half repetitions. That's okay to start. We're just trying to get some blood into these glutes, into the quads, to get those legs strong, okay? As you progress, you can obviously increase the repetitions that you do, increase the range of motion that you do. You can advance after a few months to holding some small weights as well. But in the beginning, I always say body weight within your pain-free range. That's the best thing to do, okay? Now I'm going to show you a couple of things on the floor, because it's also good to work these kind of side glute muscles here. That has a lot of carryover into help stabilizing your hip, stabilizing your pelvis, and of course the whole point of this sort of rehabilitating our lower backs, our spines, is to create a lot of rigidity and stability through that lower back when we move, so the excessive stress is not getting placed on the discs. So this little move I'm going to show you guys, it is a basically side lying leg lift here. I'll show you from a couple of different angles, just so you can see what's going on. So we're going to be on our side, like so. Now, support my head, you can use a pillow, I'm just going to use my hand here. Bottom knee is bent. I want my hip, ribs and shoulder in a line. I don't want it to be falling backwards. I don't want my hips to be rolling inwards, okay? I take my top leg. Now, this is very important. You may have seen this kind of motion in, aerobics classes or on your movies from the 80s or whatever, okay? However, I want you to adjust your leg accordingly. I want you to take your leg and I want you to rotate the leg here, the top leg, inward. So your toes are pointing 45 degrees or even down, depending on the flexibility of your hips. That's your start position. Toes up towards your knees, and you're going to lift up about 45 degrees, come back down with control, almost touch the ground, and back up. Okay, and you can hold onto this knee for support here. It helps stabilize your spine. I'm going to show you guys front on in just a second. Very small. I'm not swinging up with momentum. It's very controlled exercise, okay? Swing you around to the side here, just so you can see what I mean by my... So, very often in the movies you'll see this, or even in the exercise classes, my toe is pointing up, okay? I don't want that. I want you guys to angle the foot down, so you're hitting more, what's called the glute medius muscle, which is what I'm trying to activate here. Let's come up and down. And you'll be looking at about probably 8 to 15 repetitions to start with, okay? That's going to really hit the side of your glutes, which is going to help support that pelvis, that sacrum, which will give added stability to your lumbar spine. Now, one more for you guys. Again, it's a very nice one to do. It's very non-load bearing on the spine. Basic hip extension. So, we're going to bend the knees like so. Knees are roughly hip width, shoulder width apart. We're going to engage the glutes. We're going to squeeze those glutes. And when you squeeze them, you should be tight, okay? Hands are going to be flat, palms on the floor. And we're going to gently squeeze the glutes and lift our hips up. Now, when we lift our hips up, I want you to think that your glutes are squeezing and they're lifting, not that you're just extending your spine. Okay, that's very important. So we squeeze the glutes on, that's first thing. And then we just gently keep squeezing, lift. Now, go as high as you comfortably can without pain. If you can get all the way up, so you've got a nice line between your knees, hips up towards your shoulders, fantastic. If you can't quite make it there yet, that's not a problem. Keep the glutes squeezed on, up, hold for a second, come back down, just let the lower back, touch the ground, squeeze glutes again hard, and lift. Hold and squeeze, come down, lower back touches, keep the glutes squeezed on, re-squeeze, up, hold, and come down. Very basic beginner hip extension move, gets the glutes working, a little bit of lower back activation, and a little bit of your hamstrings working as well, okay? So guys, there's some really simple, effective beginner exercises that you can start out with if you are suffering from a lumbar herniated bulging disc, and some very important exercises you should be avoiding, okay? Now, you should be getting this kind of work during a rehabilitation with your physiotherapist, etc. If you're struggling with physiotherapy, you're still not seeing results, if you've had physio, you're not getting the results that you wanted or expected, reach out to me, okay? I do a free advice call for those kind of folks who are struggling either during, post rehab. I give you guys a free advice call. It's up to 45 minutes long. You can book in and link down in the description below. I am here to help as many people as possible. You want to reach out to me directly, you can also drop me an email, or of course you want to discuss this video, you can hit me up in the comment section down below. All right, guys, listen, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.